about a classic?
Hey Felix, today AMD released their Ryzen 3rd Gen CPUs. Mind watching Linus Tech Tips' his review on the new CPUs? It's very good.
Let's get this out of the way. Even the most ardent AMD fan knows that Intel is king when it comes to gaming, and AMD always has been and always will be nothing but a second choice for poor people. And everyone, including myself, has only themselves to blame for getting wrapped up in the hype around the 3rd gen Ryzen launch and jumping on the bandwagon too early. Let's throw up some numbers here, shall we? So as you guys can see here, a simple die shrink was never going to... A simple die shrink was... Hey, AMD is tied with Intel. Yeah, that's CSGO. That's known to favor Intel.
5 months, let's continue to get the juice.
Are you sure you labeled this correctly?
Yeah.
Intel goes here, AMD goes here. This is gaming.
Yeah, usually.
Is it... You sure that's right? Could it be that Intel is behind AMD for gaming? We are gonna need to go a little bit deeper here, folks.
Okay, relax, buddy. Let's go to show more. Okay, it's not a biased video. Fuck.
Speaking of deeper, if you ever want to take a deeper look at what's going on with your network connection, Crosswire allows you to monitor your network activity and block badly behaving apps. Use offer code Linus to get 25% off at the link in the video description. Chiplet layout consisting of multiple 7nm CPU dies and a dedicated 12nm I/O die, all joined together by an Infinity Fabric interconnect that runs at double the bandwidth of the previous generation in order to reduce latency. AMD has also thrown in a more efficient branch predictor, much faster AVX, support for super fast frequency switching,
guys, I know what all this shit is.
all the way to 3600 on the previous generations. Improving matters even further, 3rd gen Ryzen now natively supports DDR4 3200 and has been seen overclocking as high as 5100 MHz. To put that in perspective, 1st gen Ryzen was so picky about memory that for a while you needed high-end Samsung B die modules in order to hit 3200 MHz. By contrast, 3rd gen Ryzen's new off-die memory controller design has AMD claiming a sweet spot.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. You win, dude. Okay? It's equal now, dude. Okay, you win.
Of DDR4 3733. That's frankly astounding. So they managed all this by optimizing trace routing to the CPU and decoupling the memory frequency from the Infinity Fabric clock.
Better? No, because you have to buy it. Dumbass. It's not better because you have to buy it.
Means that you're no longer overclocking the Infinity Fabric when you overclock your memory. Speaking of overclocking, AMD's updated Ryzen Master Utility
to upgrade, you have to actually go ahead and buy it.
Booted to the OS and lets you import and export those settings.
I'm not gonna
settings that are generated by third-party Ryzen.
I'm not gonna upgrade in like the next 3 years.
So if you've got a similar setup to an exported profile from someone you know, then you can actually use those numbers as a jumping off point, which is really cool. We're hoping to follow up.
Fucking bitches, I'm actually gonna punch you guys. Stop, Steve, right there! Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? It always happens to me. All the fucking time. It always to me. It always happens to me. Both of them is bullying.
Happy birthday, xQc feels birthday man.
Should go. Bang.
Okay, thanks, dude.
With a full overclocking.
Okay, is there anything else in this video that's good?
Having more cores at the same price. And at best, it's like watching that South Park episode where the kids' hockey team plays the Detroit Red Wings. Check out this Mozilla Firefox compile test. That is the Ryzen 7 3700X running over a minute and a half faster than Intel's flagship consumer Core i9 9900K. Now, normally when we run through these graphs, we feel like we need to provide voiceover commentary about which kinds of workloads lean more towards which product, or if you're this kind of professional, maybe you should consider this. But today we kind of are just killing time while the graphs roll, because
guys,
it's
who uses Firefox?
as simple as, if you've got real work to do on your computer, you should buy a Ryzen 3rd Gen. And the good news keeps rolling. AMD's thermal performance, which can finally be measured without applying a temperature offset calculation, is pretty decent. Because
Okay,
under a more
I don't know this chat. To be honest with you guys.
Me
Rice
smile.
Loafer actual quality is 5 subs. Dude, it's a 5 subs extra a lot.
realistic scenario, like a long Blender render, Ryzen 3rd Gen CPUs managed to consistently stay a few hundred megahertz over base. When we tried disabling the power limits and enabling the most
Okay, so is it just better now, dude? Is it just better?
worst case is that your motherboard throttles your performance or cooks itself before you realize
at the
that
end.
anything is wrong. Hyperthreading. So it's a bad story now, and we haven't even looked at AMD's less expensive overclocking capable chips. Remember, every Ryzen is unlocked, or AMD's upcoming 16-core Ryzen 3rd Gen. Now, strictly speaking, if you're a gamer, Intel can technically still claim to be on top. And the Core i7-9700K could still appeal to you if you're all about that raw frame rate.
2 years of getting
But
the
Intel's
juice,
margin
let's
of
go.
victory
Are you a gamer,
is
chat?
very
Yes.
thin compared
I'm
to
a
what we're
gamer.
used to seeing, and we're only expecting the gap to shrink. So if you do almost anything else on your computer, it gets pretty tough to justify. So then, guys,
L_10 months
this is it.
xQcl.
Take in the moment, because for the first time in over a decade, AMD is essentially on top
Chat,
of the
notice how
consumer
uneasy
CPU
Felix
race,
becomes
and
now that
much like in
AMD
the
is
Athlon
defeating
64
his
days,
Intel.
Intel
Man, you
has
suck Intel dick
no
so
meaningful
hard.
response
We can
on their
feel your
roadmap,
bias on
meaning
your
that
face.
it is Intel who is going to have to slash their prices in order to stay competitive. And the craziest part of all of this is that with Team Blue
Check this
still
out.
trying to
Best
ramp up
Mori
10 nanometer
reaction
production,
ever, only 20
AMD
seconds.
may end up having a response for that by the time.
Okay, listen, okay? I'm gonna go over this stuff really fast, okay, so we're done with it, okay? Listen, chat. We all buy in intervals, okay, dude? Listen, here's how it works. Okay, when there's a product over here, new one come over here, new one, new one, new one, new one. If you buy this product, okay, it's not like a console. You need it, okay? You never buy this one next. You just don't. You don't need it. You either go and buy this one, right, or this one. Right now, what I have currently is sort of this, right? This just came out. I don't need it, dude. I don't need to buy shit. I won't need to buy it maybe like 2 gens. Does that make sense? I don't need to. I don't give a fuck who's better. It doesn't matter. I agree though. You guys are right. AMD is better now. They're on top. But I don't need to buy shit. So by the time I need to buy something, maybe Intel will be on top or AMD will be on top, and I'll just buy whoever's on top at that point. I don't really give a fuck. Does that make sense?
AMD processors have high performance in the same way those crazy drag cars have 10,000 horsepower and explode before reaching the finish line. Lol.
The last thing I did.
And there goes the boss of the operation, my father, Larry Wayne Petty Sr. Walking like he old. What's wrong with him? You're on camera, say something.
Last night and night before, there was 3 women walking down the street that way. I saw them. I said, hey, you 3 women, why are y'all walking down the street that way?
Pogu, pogu,
There's
pogu,
nothing
pogu.
down there. And they flew away. I saw them with some birds.
What was that laugh, dude? Holy
There's
shit.
nothing down there. And they flew away. I saw them with some birds.
It's a smoker laugh. What is this?
I'm fucking fuming!
Imagine making liars. Just make everything Bluetooth for head. 77777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777
Dude, relax, sir. Sir, put the stuff on the side for a minute.
Ears off with a butter knife
See,
and I'm
chat.
gonna cram him up.
See, chat, this is why we need FIFA to stop making games. This is why we need bullying.
Your dad's
Okay,
ass.
that's a joke.
Son of a bitch. Ah! Go on! I fucking dare you! Push it through my letterbox again! And it'll be last year you fucking thing I'm waiting!
Jesus.
Took it too far this time, much! Fuck off! I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna get
Sounds
you,
too big.
I'm gonna kick your dog off its ass! It fucking stinks!
Okay, dude, that was some fucking hack clap. Okay. Fuck yeah, I mean, dude, this does look pretty good. It actually does.